BP there. That's where I filled up after I attempted to go to the coronavirus clinic at Hornsby.
School zone ahead.
I don't mind the streets not being packed and all that 24 hours a day. I get it's not good for business. But this time on a Saturday there'd be queues in that Westfield trying to get out.
Yep.
I wouldn't feel very safe on one of those.
No.
I think there should probably only be one person. I wonder what would have happened if I'd gotten that job with TAFE, and that was casual. Like at this time, whether or not I'd still have a job.
I
think maybe not.
Yeah, I think it'd be, well, being a government job.
Yeah, oh yeah, maybe I would. Oh, lordy.
Yeah, no, you got to rethink your operation, dude.
School zone ahead. School zone ahead. School zone ahead.
No matter which way you go, there's a school zone.
School zone ahead.